Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the second annual Fern Street Play Festival. We hope this is the second of many, and when it becomes well known around the world, you can say that you hear at the very beginning. My name is Patrice Fitzgerald, and I, along with Gretchen Fountain and Richard Leslie and Jennifer Madison, plus our former LRE Patricia McKee and her husband Jim Tyler, read more than 250 scripts from all around the world, including one from New Zealand that won. That play and the others left us so impressed that we decided to present 9 of them over 2 nights, and we're thrilled with the efforts of all of the playwrights, as well as our extraordinary volunteer actors, who have happily come up front to add to our audience. After the whirlwind of finding the actors, assigning roles, and rehearsing, and many people are doing many roles, they're quite the talented group, we pulled it all together, and last year, as I said, we didn't have enough time, so we were planning on enough time this year, but there's never enough time to do all the things that you want to do. I don't know how that happens, but it's been fun and rewarding, and tonight here we are, and we're so proud to be able to share 5 fabulous plays with you tonight, and 5 more tomorrow night, with only the grand prize-winning script repeated both nights. I don't think we expect any of our playwrights here tonight, but if you're here, raise your hand. Any playwrights? Or not just playwrights in this festival. So before I introduce our minister, Reverend Dr. Adam Robersmith, I want to remind you of the things that you already know. Cell phones off, please. I know you're a very sophisticated audience, so you know that. There are restrooms in the back of the church. I never know which is the back and which is the front. There's one back there. There's one behind me and to the left. And there are several downstairs. We will have a brief intermission, and you are welcome to our water and candy. We had a little left over from Halloween. Please don't bring any food into the sanctuary. You can bring it, just don't eat it in here. You can bring your bottles of water if they're closed up. And we're going to have 3 plays first, before the break, and 2 after, including the grand prize winner. And then we'd love to have a conversation with you after. So please now welcome Reverend Adam.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here. I really appreciate you being a part of this, whether you are performing or directing or observing. This is what I like to call our performance space, our sacred performance space. It is the sanctuary of our church. We do have a theater space actually in our auditorium in the back of the building, but it is not quite as gracious and not quite as well appointed as this is. So someday we'd love to be able to host you back there. But for the moment, our sanctuary is actually our kind of theater of the arts this evening as well. This, as you've heard, is our 2nd annual Play Festival. We've chosen to continue doing this because it connects to both a history of theater in this community. We've had the Universalist players prior to this for many, many years, and so we're glad to continue that engagement with the arts. But we also know that theater has the opportunity, the possibility of making the world a better place, and that is something that we also feel very strongly about here. And so this is a wonderful way to do that. The plays that you're going to hear this evening and tomorrow evening deal with themes of memory, violence, love and connection, surprise, humor, and choosing to do what is right. So, as you heard, we'll have a discussion after all the plays are completed, and we'll be able to talk about those themes or any number of other things, whatever you notice, whatever you have felt as you are performing, as you're learning these plays, what you hear and understand them to be. We'll have an opportunity for conversation afterward. But for right now, the thing that's most important is to sit back and enjoy these plays.
A young veteran, Calvin, waits on a bench under a lamppost. It is 1946. Mabel enters.
Here, I have been waiting under that arch for 20 minutes. You meant the bench? Who comes to Washington Square Park and meets by a random bench?
The one by the lamppost.
They're all next to a... They put in more lampposts.
Well, for crying out loud, Mabel, how am I meant to know that?
Don't swear at me.
Ooh, swear at you. You think that's swearing.
I don't need to hear any of your barracks room language.
Ah, you are a piece of work, doll. You are.
Well, you're back. Let's look at you.
Calvin uses a cane to get to his feet.
Oh, Calvin, my sweet Cal. You got older.
2 years.
You got older than 2 years in 2 years.
Hard years.
How's your leg?
I felt better.
You're healing, though?
Well, I came back with both of them. That's more than some other Joes. Oh, back to the city so good they named it twice. And after the things I've seen, I ain't never gonna complain about nothing again.
I can't imagine. I mean, the newsreels before the pictures, I'd always watch when they showed our boys marching or waving from a troop ship, and I'd try to get a glimpse of you in there somewhere. Know you were okay. Some of those films, and I know they didn't show the worst of it. Or some of the pictures in the papers. The things you must have faced. I don't want to think. I'm just glad you're back home.
So that's what they showed, huh? Waving from troop ships and marching? Did some marching, all right. We went from Normandy to Paris. I don't think I got to ride in a truck for more than 20 miles of it.
You made it to Paris? You kiss any of those French girls while you were over there?
Just the one.
Are you?
Day of Liberation, we're marching into Paris. They're throwing flowers, cheering. This French madame comes up to me, plants a smooch right on my lips.
You're outright telling me.
Hello, calm down, Mabel. She was 80 if she was a day. Didn't have no kids. Boy, I'll tell you, she was kissing all the boys. She gave us a bottle of wine. She kept hid away through the whole occupation. There were some good times, too.
I'm glad there was some good.
Some of the good times weren't even that good. They were just not all bad. I mean, I got hot coffee once after a week dug in the snow forest in Ardennes. I almost cried, it was so good. Now, I could walk into a diner, slap down a nickel, and just get a cup. It doesn't feel right somehow. It's all too good. I'm in a park with you, and I don't know how to just be here, I'll tell you. But I can ask God for one thing, just one. I'd ask him to let me forget everything over there. The last 2 years, the whole war. I don't want to think about it ever again.
You're home now.
They embrace, tentatively.
This is not how I thought this would go.
Why? How did you think?
There were plenty of nights just in the cold, in the mud, waiting. That's the thing. In the Army, they train you to fight. You're all ready for action. Turns out, it's all waiting. Oh, they send you here. They send you there. Sleeping in burnt-out buildings or in a foxhole. Hell, coming up near the end, a few of us were billeted in an apartment in Amherst that had a real bed. And it didn't feel right no more. It was too soft. I let Mackie and Donovan share it head to toe. I took the carpet on the floor. That was enough for me. But I'd imagine getting back to New York, getting back to this, us, here, under the lampposts, where we went walking the first time. I would think it's going to be just like that all over again someday. Although, maybe this time you wouldn't slap me.
Geez, Cal, you know I still feel...
No, I deserved it. I was getting fresh.
I was gonna say, I still feel just fine about that. You should have asked me first.
You know, after that potato masher went off next to me, and I'm laying in that field hospital, and I kept thinking about you and how I was going to tell you. I had this whole thingamajig, an analogy. I had an analogy. The first kiss right into that first slap.
I got you good.
Oh, I had a tooth that felt loose for 2 days. I'm lucky I didn't lose it. But yeah, that first kiss followed right up with a pow. Well, the shrapnel in my leg made that slap feel like that kiss.
What?
Okay. Going from the kiss to the slap was like going from the slap to a piece of shrapnel.
That's your analogy?
Yeah, I was lying there thinking about how I was going to tell you about it all someday, and it sounded better in my head.
They must have had you hopped up on that morphine.
Hey.
What?
If I tried to kiss you now, would I get slapped again?
I thought you would have learned to ask first.
So I'm asking.
That's asking?
What do you want me to say?
It's been 2 years, Cal. I was so scared for you that whole time you were gone, and when I learned you were wounded in action, I don't think I ever want to feel like what I felt when I heard.
It didn't feel too good on my end either, I gotta tell you.
I got a lot of emotions, Cal.
Oh, what the hell does that mean?
Don't swear at me!
You got a lot of emotions. So you don't want to kiss me?
I didn't say that.
Well, I don't know what the hell you're saying. So maybe, let's get to the point.
I don't want to kiss you because you've been overseas for 2 years. Or kiss you because you joined up, or you got wounded, or because you did your duty, or any of it. I want to kiss you when I know that all of that is behind us and you're home for good. And you're ready to start over again in City Street. Because when I start, I know I ain't gonna want to stop.
They almost kiss.
It ain't gonna be easy. Everyone says they're hiring GIs until you walk in with a bum leg.
We can make it work. Find you a desk job somewhere.
Okay. So, how long?
How long until what?
Until you're ready to kiss me, because I'm ready.
How are you at walking?
As long as we go slow, I'm okay.
Once around the park, when we get back to the bench, but then you're gonna ask me, and you better ask me right.
Yes, ma'am.
They exit. Old Calvin walks on with the same cane, the same walk. It is 60 years later. He walks to the bench, sits down, and waits. Alice enters.
There you are.
Mabel!
Hi, Calvin.
I was waiting here for you.
I found him. Yep. Yeah. In Washington Square Park, again. Tell that cop. But I will be registering a complaint. And I don't mean with your boss, I mean with whatever agency regulates places like you. It's unacceptable.
They put in more benches. I almost didn't find the right one.
Yep. Can we go back now?
I don't remember how I got here.
I know you don't.
I'm sorry about what happened, Mabel.
Alice.
Paris, yes, the girl in Paris. It was one time, I didn't want to tell you.
There was a girl in Paris?
Well, after the liberation, there was a lot of revelry.
Oh, Dad.
Okay, but she wasn't you.
Dad.
She wasn't you.
I don't think I want to hear this. Do you know where you are?
Of course, this is our bench in the park, under the lamppost.
You're not in Paris.
I know I'm not in Paris. The war's over.
Yeah, Dad. It's been over a long time.
I know. I am aware. I don't really remember the war.
Well, maybe that's a good thing.
And I don't think I know who you are.
I know, Dad.
But you look a lot like my wife, Mabel.
Yay! Genetics! I need to take you back now. You can't come here on your own. You walked out right past the front desk, and I don't know why they didn't stop you or why they didn't see you or something, but you gotta go back. Walk with me?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Mabel. I mean, this is the right bench?
I've got no idea, Dad. Yes. Sure. Yes, this is the right bench. You're in the right place.
I should wait for her.
She said she wanted you to come with me. We're gonna go back now, just you and me, okay? She said she'll meet you there.
Okay.
So, will you walk with me?
Once around the park?
Yeah, we can walk around a bit on the way. Probably not the whole park.
I like walking with you.
So, you know who I am now?
I'm not sure, but I think I love you very much.
Well, that's something. Let's go.
Let's go.
Curtain. Jaden stands in her apartment building hallway, outside a closed apartment door. She grips her cell phone. She listens a moment. She hears movement behind the door. Then she knocks. She knocks again. Inside the apartment, Lilia hears the knocking. She goes to her side of the door and then listens.
Hello? I'm your new neighbor. We haven't met, but I live right next door. Hello? I thought I heard you moving around inside. Are you home?
Sorry, I can't open up.
Oh, hi!
I'm sick, sorry.
Really sick?
What?
I mean, is it an emergency or...
No, but I'm contagious.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm Jaden, by the way. I live right next door.
You said.
And your name is?
Lilia.
Nice to meet you, Lilia. I don't usually do this sort of thing, but I had some free time, so I thought I'd make sure that everything's okay.
Why wouldn't it be?
Oh, no reason. I'm just checking on neighbors, you know, being a good neighbor. You were on my list.
You have a list?
Apartment 2A, 2B, 2C, they're all fine. Now I'm here at your door, and I'm right next door, so after this I think I'll quit for the night.
What about all the other floors?
I already did those. I'm working backwards.
Oh.
I'll tell you the truth, I'm really doing it for me. I'm in advertising, Endless hours. I'm hardly ever home. You definitely won't see me much around here.
Right.
It's hard to meet new neighbors, so I thought I'd meet everyone this way. I've already met some folks down the hall.
I'm surprised they opened up for you.
Well, some people spoke through their closed doors, like you're doing. Most actually didn't answer, but I could hear them moving around inside.
Right.
What's that?
Nothing.
So, do you need anything?
Why would I?
Well, you just said you were sick.
Oh, right. I'm good.
I guess your husband helps with the shopping, huh?
What?
Sorry, maybe he's your boyfriend?
He's my boyfriend. What does it matter?
I don't mean to pry. I saw him in the hall the other day. Seems like a, strong guy. Just want to make sure there's nothing I can do for you.
No thanks.
An elevator opens. A woman gets off the elevator.
Hi there.
The woman ignores her and turns the corner.
Who's that?
Middle-aged woman, red hair, not too friendly.
Right.
You know her?
Like you said, she isn't friendly.
What about the other folks on this floor?
You said you rang their bells.
Well, most of them didn't answer.
It's that type of floor.
People don't want to get involved, huh?
You could say that.
I guess that's human nature. Not everybody wants to help. I mean, if they know somebody's sick.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
If you'd like me to come in and clean, I could.
No thanks.
I could make you some tea or...
No, thank you.
Nothing at all I can do for you?
I appreciate it. Thanks for coming by.
Actually, is there any way I could borrow a cup of sugar?
Sugar?
I've been doing some baking and I stupidly ran out. Any chance I could borrow some? I just need a little, like a teaspoon or even less. Hell, I'll even take a sweet and low. You don't have to open your door. I mean, if you're worried about being contagious. I'm just going to slide an envelope under your door. And if you could please put the sugar into that, I would literally be in your debt forever.
Fine.
Jaden takes an envelope from her pocket and slides it quickly under Lilia's door. Lilia picks it up and sees a note inside. She takes it out and reads it.
Lilia,
I can't.
open your door.
I can't.
I know it's hard to trust, but you need to trust me.
I don't know you.
Do you need to? I can hear what's going on. Open up, and I promise I will help.
Nobody can help.
Please open your door. We don't have a lot of time.
I can't. He's coming back soon.
I know. A friend will text me when he's on the way.
Who?
Please just open the door.
Lilia hesitates, then opens the door. They look at each other.
Now go and get your wallet.
But
We don't have much time.
I can't just leave.
All you need to do is grab your wallet and get out. Lilia, I'm gonna be blunt. If you stay here, you will die here. Is that what you want? Are you gonna let him do that to you? Please go and get your wallet.
What about my other things?
I'll bribe the super. I'll come back later.
Where will I go?
Don't worry, there's a van outside.
What van?
It's sent by a woman's shelter. You'll be fine, and I will help you.
Why? Why are you doing this?
Because I have to. Because I couldn't live with myself if I didn't. Because I hate his guts and I don't even know him. I want you to live. Please, go and get your wallet.
Lilia turns and goes for the wallet. Jaden dials her phone.
Hello, Mary. Call the driver and tell him to start the van. Then call the shelter and tell them she's on her way. Thank you. I couldn't have done this without you. Here she comes.
Lilia returns with her purse.
Come on, I'll walk you out.
I don't understand why you're doing this for me.
Because someone did it for me, which is the only reason I'm standing here now. Welcome to your new life, Lilia.
Curtain.
Timber by Lindsay Brown. The play is set at the Sunshine Paradise Resort in the middle of summer. The stage is set up with a park bench that appears to be overlooking a cliff top. There's a sign saying Sunshine Paradise Resort Viewing Platform, where heaven on earth begins each day. There is a second sign saying, for your own safety, please keep away from the edge. There's also a medium-sized shrub at the side, big enough to hide behind. The play begins with Josie sitting on the bench, reading a book, enjoying the solitude. She has a small backpack and water bottle on the seat next to her. Logan enters, a bit puffed from the hike.
Wow, what a view. Quite a hike to get up here, but worth it for that. Yep, what a view. Mind if I sit down?
Of course.
Thank you. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses dying. It's you,
Must go and I must hide.
Good song.
I guess. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
How dare you? You
I-
grabbed my knee.
I know, but
What on earth were you thinking? Say something.
I thought you wanted me to.
What?
I thought you wanted me to. I was just...
Don't say another word. I'm reporting you to reception. You're not getting away with this.
No, please.
Stay back.
I'm not that kind of guy.
What, a pervert who preys on innocent women?
I'm not.
You disgust me.
But you sang the song. You sang the song.
I said stay away from me.
Please, you sang the song.
What the hell are you talking about?
You sang Danny Boy.
So?
So I thought that meant you were interested
In what?
in me.
Oh, you are a piece of work.
I was only following the rules. The rules of timber. The resort dating program?
The resort doesn't have a dating program.
Yes, it does. Timber.
I don't think so.
It's true. I swear. My brother started using it yesterday, and he's already met someone.
No, I don't.
Please, let me explain. Or try to. Please.
Fine.
So this bench here is the meeting site. If you see someone up here between the hours of 12 and 2, and if they are alone and reading a book, then it's the first sign. A sign that they're interested in meeting someone.
A bit presumptuous.
That's why there's more. Sign 2 is singing.
Singing.
Danny boy.
Oh, right.
And if they join in, then it means they're still interested. And if you go to the final stage, sign 3, you reach out and touch their hand.
But you grabbed my knee.
Touched! I did not grab. Well, you were busy with reading, so I kind of panicked and grabbed. I didn't touched your knee instead.
Yes, you certainly did.
Sorry. You're not part of timber, are you?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, God. What was I thinking? I never do these kinds of things. Never. It's just, well, my brother's been on my case ever since the divorce to put myself out there. I thought if I at least gave it a go, it might shut him up.
People need to learn to mind their own business.
You try telling my brother that. But you see, it worked for him. On the first day, he said, this resort is a treasure trove for divorcees, and he should know. He's into his 4th divorce, that is.
I heard that too. It's why my cousin dragged us here for a sad women's holiday. She calls it a bad girl's week away, but I beg to differ. We're all over 40, 50, divorced, and too old to act like we're at a Club Med. But try telling that to Carla.
Carla? Huh. Must be a popular name here.
Why?
That's the name of the woman my brother met through timber. Nice enough. A bit loud for my liking, but it suits him.
Wait, this Carla, what does she look like?
She's, well, loud, but I already told you that. About your height, red hair.
Busty?
Yes.
That bitch. I can't believe her. Who the hell does she think she is?
What are you talking about?
My dear cousin Carla, the one who dragged me on this stupid trip, also met a man yesterday. Is, by chance, this brother of yours named Charlie?
Yes. Yes, he is, but
Charlie's Carla is my Carla, and my Carla is Charlie's Carla. They're the same person, and this whole meeting has been their little setup.
But they met using the program. They met using timber.
No, they met at the Lagoon Bar over half-price cocktails, where they both insisted on only ordering sex on the beach. And then they had it. Thank God I pretended to be sick for the evening.
But timber?
There is no such thing as timber. They made it up.
But you're here. How would they know?
I come here every day at this time. It's my escape from Carla. She doesn't do hills or read, so I know I'm safe. Until today.
So this whole thing was just them?
Exactly.
I can't believe. Timber. I thought the name was a nature thing, meeting in the great outdoors, you know? But it's not, is it? It's Tinder with an M. Tinder with a damn M. I can't believe I fell for it. I'm so stupid.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm 57, and I'm still falling for my big brother's dumb tricks. Logan the loser, all right. And I sang that song. What was I thinking?
Well, I joined in too, but Carla knew I would. Cow. My son, his name is Danny, and I used to sing that song to him all the time when he was little. She knew I'd have to sing back. I'm gonna kill her.
Well, I'm gonna kill him.
Then I'll meet you in jail.
They both start storming off. Then, just before they exit, Logan stops suddenly.
Be careful.
Someone's coming.
So?
I think it's my brother. Look down there, through the trees. There's somebody wearing a stupid cowboy hat. That's his hat.
Are you sure?
I'm certain. And he's with someone.
Where?
Down there.
I see them. I mean her. Oh my God, that's Carla. I can't believe it. Look at their smug little faces. They must have come up here to laugh at us.
Oh, I'll give Charlie something to laugh about. I fisted his face.
Wait, don't. Logan, is it? Well, Logan, what if we really give them something to talk about?
What are you saying?
I haven't got the time to explain, but I need you to hide. There, behind that shrub.
Why?
Just go. They're nearly here. Trust me. I'll teach her to play drunk Cupid with me. Oh, God. What have I done? What have I done?
Josie?
I didn't mean to. I promise I didn't.
Is she okay?
Josie, come away from the edge.
Carla, what are you... You can't imagine what I have done. It's bad. So very bad. I was only trying to stop him, but... Oh, I can't go to jail.
Jail?
Maybe I should
No, wait. Just stay where you are. Stay where you are. We're coming to get you. We're coming to get you, sweetheart. Don't move. Just don't move. Okay, you're okay, darling. We've got you.
Keep going, just like that. That's it, love.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank you. It's awful, just so awful.
What's awful?
What I've done. I just came up here to read my book like you suggested, remember? But then this man came.
What man?
Just this man.
What was his name?
I can't remember. He told me, but I don't remember. I think it began with a J. No, it was L. Definitely an L.
L?
Yes, L. This man, he came and sat next to me. He asked me about the weather, you know, that kind of thing. And then he grabbed me.
What?
It started with my knee. I was so shocked I just froze. He then started moving his hand further and further until... he reached. I leapt up and struck him right across the face.
Wait, you hit him?
I certainly did. I could still feel the tingling in my hand, but then he started shouting at me, saying it was all my fault, that I had led him on. But I hadn't. I know I hadn't.
Oh, it's okay, honey.
He kept talking about some sort of resort dating service. What did he call it? Tender? Tumblr? Timber? Yes, that's it. Such a stupid name. Of course it couldn't be real, could it?
No, of course not.
So, where is he now?
Well, that's the thing. He wouldn't stop talking about timber. He kept going on and on, getting angrier and angrier, louder and louder. Oh, Carla, I was so scared. His face was getting closer and closer to mine. I could feel the spit from his accusation. And then, without realizing it, we had ended up right on the edge.
Please say you didn't.
I thought he was going to push me, Carla. I had no choice.
Oh, Josie, what have you done?
What has he done?
I thought he was going to kill me. It was self-defense.
Logan! Logan!
What's his name?
Logan!
How does he...
Logan is Charlie's brother.
Oh, God.
Logan! Logan!
Maybe it wasn't him. You don't know for sure.
I'm so sorry. Please, is there any way you could ever...
What? Forgive you?
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Of course it won't be okay. How can it bloody well be okay?
Charlie.
She killed my brother.
Just calm down. We don't even know if it was him.
Oh, what's that?
It's just a watch.
It's Logan's watch.
He quickly picks it up and checks the inscription.
I bought it for him for his 50th birthday. See, look. For a little brother from the better brother.
Oh,
Logan! How can this ever be okay?
I don't know. Maybe he didn't fall the whole way. He could have landed on a ledge somewhere.
You think so? I mean, I don't see anything.
Maybe you could try around the other side, see if there's a better vantage point.
It's worth a try.
This is brilliant.
Isn't it?
It's just what that smug bastard needs.
And her, she's as guilty as he is. Did you see their faces?
Yes.
And when they found your watch, ha, nice touch.
I thought so.
I swear they both looked as though they had seen a ghost. So what do you say? Is it time we brought you back to life?
Not yet. Not just yet.
Logan takes off his jacket and throws it over the cliff.
What are you doing?
Let's really give them something to talk about.
I see something. I see something.
What? Where?
There.
That's his jacket. Oh, God.
What are you doing?
I'm going after my brother.
It's
There
a
must be a way to
cliff
climb
edge.
down there. I don't care. I have to find a way.
Charlie, wait. Look. The jacket, it's moving. Maybe he's swimming down there, alive and swimming.
Oh, you think so?
If he is, he won't be for long.
What do you mean?
It's shark mating season.
Charlie!
Oh, gosh!
It'll be okay. I'm sure he's
Bad timing, I guess.
You!
What about me?
You did this! You killed my brother!
She didn't mean to.
She pushed him off a cliff!
Because he attacked me.
My brother wouldn't attack anyone. She's lying.
Charlie.
You weren't there. You don't know. He wouldn't stop. He kept yelling, timber, timber.
Liar!
I'm not. He kept...
You're a liar and a murderer, and you're going to rot in jail.
Carla, help me.
Charlie, please.
Oh, you're gonna rot in jail for the rest of your life. I'm gonna make sure of it.
No, I can't. It was Timber, I swear, and it was all Timber's fault. It was all Timber's fault.
It can't have been.
It was.
Just stop. It can't have been Timber because there's no such damn thing.
What?
There's no such thing as Timber. We made it up.
Carla?
It was just a little joke.
Why would you?
Because we wanted to get my brother laid.
We thought it might be nice to hook the two of you up.
So you made up a fake dating service?
Just a bit of fun.
So he was right.
What do you mean?
He wasn't trying to attack me. He was just trying to explain. Oh, God.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
You killed him.
What?
You two. You killed him.
We did not!
You're the one who pushed him off the cliff.
In self-defense. But you two, you knowingly set him up. That's manslaughter.
This is ridiculous.
What have you done, Carla?
She hasn't done... We haven't done anything.
I think a court of law would see it differently.
Charlie?
I don't know. It was just a joke.
A joke that got your brother killed.
Oh, no,
Yes.
But... Oh, Lord! What have I done? Logan!
What do we do now?
Well, I don't know about you two, but I could use a drink. Oh, look at the time. Happy hour is starting. Cocktail, anyone? I'll take that as a no.
I wouldn't say no to a drink.
Logan!
Oh, hello, Charlie. Carla. Great view from up here, isn't it? What's wrong, Charlie? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Close your mouth, Carla, or you'll end up eating a bug.
You know, I thought you were... I mean, I found your...
Oh, good. You found my watch. Don't want to lose that sentimental value and all.
What a lovely watch.
Especially when it's showing happy hour. Shall we?
I would love to.
Oh, and Charlie, I'm going to need to borrow a jacket. I seem to have lost my best one.
Don't wait up.
Your pipes are cold.
Have we just been
Did they just... Josie!
They race after them. Curtain.
Thank you. That's such a fun one.
Doesn't matter.
That was great. Yeah. Yeah.
You had to read 200 pages.
200 pages. Yes. I don't think actually you got every single one by the time we were done. Next month, that's or this month.
That'd be so hard to figure out. Yeah, I feel that.
The guy, yeah, he's the guy from...
But I keep getting shit from this direction.
I was trying to...
There, it's like when the lights are out in your house and you can turn it on.
So I couldn't tell. But it was like during a big chunk.
All right.
Are they quiet still?
Yeah. Great work, everybody. This was way fun. Y'all have played multiple roles.
You were hilarious. So good.
Did you get credit? Oh, you're our former helper?
Yeah, I was also for Sundays. Yeah, I did. No, just
Okay, now I'm all caught up. That's okay. Yes.
Is it centered?
Yeah.
No, I play drums. Yeah, it's like drums, bass, electric guitar. We do all original music. We've been making it around a lot. We have just released an album maybe a couple weeks ago. It does.
So she was like,
Ginger. Yeah, it's the microbiome or the microorganism that you use to ferment ginger. It's like sourdough starter, but for ginger.
I didn't know it.
It's kind of dirty, so it's like. Sorry, it's
Like, I could not wait to
There's no way to go with one idea.
It always generates conversations. Or someone goes, you mean like, Fern is like, something like very easy.
Oh, no, stars.
Stevie Deeds. So,
Yeah, they said there's candy from Halloween.
I was actually part of it 4 years, so it was very fun. I remember you. Good time. Yeah, but I feel like it was a lot less fun Yeah, maybe it was just said. Yes. You told me about that. That doesn't sound fun.
That's all they did, is they just saw what he was gonna do it and they went fun so much.
And I wonder who they like.
One year my
Which Becky they are.
I know. Well, God, how special for them to come
Yeah.
and just.
So you gotta get her.
Right? I told her so good.
Yeah.
And I said, my hands.
I think you have like great.
Because
You have comedic, but
I was gonna say, I can tell you're funny, right?
Yeah,
She's
very
funny,
funny,
but it's also
it
dramatic.
is. You capture that like vulnerability that
Did you say they were yours?
And you're relatable. Yes. Because
Yes.
Yes, oh, absolutely.
Oh, robotics?
Yeah, her parents are really rich, so I see. I think the difference between really rich and
Oh, I'm sorry.
we like
Oh, okay.
the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
This is incredible. She was there. You sat in the bathroom.
But I think this is strong.
Yeah,
Because Becky can, so people walk in, especially the end. So I think, I think because she even when.
Oh my God.
Even
I can't believe someone figured that out.
I caught it.
I was thinking the same thing, it's like,
Can you imagine how
My big project.
she sees on television goes over off the bridge, they thought it's very good.
That's really funny. Yeah, I play like little snippets.
She hides out.
You know, Earthbound.
Yeah.
I played a little bit of like something Lilia. And then I got distracted
Very,
on
very.
stage.
Yeah, they have a funeral for her,
I'm
remember?
gonna try that one again tomorrow.
And living there now.
They're together, yes. They're together talking about mission.
Yeah, I
And neither one of them want to talk.
Yeah, I mean,
his
But then they. It's kind of a sad ending.
I think I
Did you not read the?
I didn't know the
You can't do it. Yeah. No,
Oh, and then the prelude music was actually like.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. You're right, like,
yeah, but I probably wouldn't notice it.
yeah, it's the theme from Hartford. It's like towards the beginning of the game. So it's a very orchestral.
But anyway, I'm
Like
excited.
Harry falls down the stretch man.
Yeah, so it's
Kind of
nice.
hard to do.
Yeah, but I'm sure it was yeah.
So it's written by
Oh, I feel so hurt.
Yeah, you're hurt. You're hurt.
It's like a cross.
I was just like, well, it's across that.
So it's like.
Yeah, and then the actual like, there's like a
Yeah.
part,
It takes
but
place.
instead of playing that, I played like a traditional bluegrass one.
Oh, okay.
Just because in the actual thing, it's like tapping. It's
Yeah.
actually made for MIDI, so like no one actually had it.
Right, yeah.
Usually people play with like tapping notes.
Oh, okay.
You can't do that with it. And so I play like a traditional bluegrass. I'm just really excited about that. No one's ever really asked me.
Yeah, I was like, I have to say something at some point.
Even my like banjo students are like, that's really
You were so funny and maybe it was like the only time you read. But I told you I heard about them.
think she should show us what.
You guys are doing great though.
Like dress, like.
It's hard for me to see who's doing what.
We were just casting. Yeah.
I know.
Your show's
Been
in
like,
Okay, so you're good, yeah. Kirby's have to do things.
You know what? Drop them off to you.
we have a Discord chat where we hang out.
I'll wait to do from the office. Okay.
She tries to like do it together.
Do you have the script? I'll photocopy it and I'll give you the I don't know. Who's the otherwise?
No?
I don't know either.
He's an outside friend. They'll cast it in a news. In a big part.
I like that.
He's when he's in court. He's not in his house. Yes, he did. Oh, unbelievable. Who was unbelievable?
Oh, I know Bailey was in it. Oh, I know.
He was so professional and so intuitive.
Was Danny the...
I tried not to. It's usually
They were so good.
But I have all these 20 plushes.
I mean, it was really, they worked so well together. Because I've seen that play before where those two don't quite gel and it's painful. Right. Yeah.
Are you?
It's one of those.
No, because of other than the city.
Oh, because of that.
Yeah, so that's it. First 3 weekends in March. I already put it in my calendar.
It's like when I got what I need to start.
When she
Just
said,
let us know.
Yeah, you did. Anyway,
Yeah.
so what's it called?
I guess we are. It's about Becky. We already had. It's about a lady named midlife crisis. I think it's the best way to describe it. And she starts a millionaire. She has like a blue collar husband, and she works at a car dealership. And she's also the guy at the car dealership. That's awesome. But she starts in the family guy. She tries to play both lives. It's dramatic.
Ghost Light by Ali Hartley Kong. As the curtain rises, the stage is illuminated by a single spotlight aimed at a ghost light center stage. James enters and attempts to flick the ghost light on.
Jesus Christ.
Elizabeth enters in the darkness.
Work lights. Can I get the work lights, please?
As the techs throw on the lights, Elizabeth strides across the stage. She peers at a set piece off stage.
The audience will lose their breath when that shipwreck swings on.
It'll be a shame to strike it after the show.
We can use the wood for the spring musical. Thank you, lighting crew. Take 5. I have bagels in the hospitality booth for you. Leave the work lights up, please. Thank you.
James fiddles with the ghost light.
What are you doing?
These interns. What the hell is a community theater intern anyway?
We talked about this before.
Oh, right.
James puts the ghost light down and wanders across the stage aimlessly.
I'm not the only one losing my memory. That girl playing Miranda. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Be gentle with her. We want her to come back.
You were always better at the mentoring and crap.
You lead the actors to discovering something new. That's one kind of mentoring of its own. Not everyone wants to hear about the good old days all the time, though.
This isn't my first Tempest. Have I mentioned that?
Only about 12 times.
The year was 1963. The theater was the old vaudeville theater, State Road. Place was a dump, but we were stars. I played Ferdinand. Those were the days.
Here we go.
It was a very literal time in New Jersey community theater when Prospero turned to me and said, "The great globe itself, yea, all which it inherits, shall dissolve."
You trying to steal my part, old man?
Rob enters. He is carrying 2 halves of a broken staff.
Just going on about things that happened 40 years ago.
You've been with us since the 80s? You remember the good old days, right?
Nah, I was high all the time back then. Can't remember a thing. When I heard you saying my lines, I was worried you were plotting something.
I only direct now. Acting's more than just knowing your lines and where to stand. You gotta know when to exit. Speaking of exits, you remember in 1992 when Al Wilson fell off the stage during Death Trap, broke his leg clean in half. We had to return everyone's money so they wouldn't sue us for emotional distress.
Rob, your prop, what happened?
Someone must have been screwing with it after rehearsals.
Jesus Christ.
Congratulations. Something got him out of 1992.
You're right, Elizabeth. We do need a stage manager.
A little bird told me we'd be getting one soon.
Why the long face? You said we need to keep people.
He forgets sometimes.
I wish I could.
James flicks the ghost light again, oblivious they are talking about him.
I don't get it. He could have picked any time to come back to, and he picks this one.
A little memory loss can be a blessing.
You'd think he'd pick the year he was Nathan Detroit.
The good old days are about the people you were with, not who you are. You didn't know him back then, did you?
I was in Guys and Dolls. I dropped out of the high school musical for you.
Guys and Dolls, 1984. Rob was in that. Right, remember Rob? You burst out singing, "A big an epitaph, he wins it by a half." You were what, 16? I knew you were going to spend your life in our theater.
I was 14, not 16. Meeting you all, it was like joining the circus.
I have to call 15 before you send in the clowns. Pardon me.
Elizabeth exits.
How were we like a circus?
Most people do plays in high school, then they grow up. They stop. When I met you, adults who still made art, that was everything.
Off stage, a door slams. Elizabeth re-enters.
Yes. My plans to call time thwarted.
Oh my God!
Who is that, kiddo? Announce yourself.
I know that voice. Oh no.
Tyler gasps as he enters the stage.
Tyler?
He looks slightly bewildered, holding his chest.
Tyler? Christ.
Tyler, hey, come here. Give me a hug so I can hold you while you freak out.
Rob, you're dead! I went to your funeral.
So, funny coincidence.
Oh, God, I hate this part.
Elizabeth, you had cancer. Not a tragedy like Rob's accident, but...
Just sign in on the call board, kid. I don't have time for this.
Oh, you were in your 70s. And James? Is that James? He had Alzheimer's.
I'm producer. I'll explain it all. I remember you pick up quick. We just finished the cue to cue. The blocking notes should be easy to follow. Hop on headset. You should call the show. You were always a great stage manager.
Elizabeth, you didn't explain any of it to him.
Why are you talking to me when you're all dead? Because if you're dead, and I'm here with you, then... Oh my God!
I hate this part. Actors should only have feelings on stage, not off.
James wanders off, confused.
Ignore him. Tyler, quick. What's the last thing you remember?
My arm hurt, my chest was tight like a weight was on it, and there were flashing red lights, an ambulance siren. Oh. Oh no!
It sounds like you had a heart attack. And ta-da, here you are.
Can we get his answer on whether he wants to stage manage?
Is this heaven? A community theater in New Jersey?
Explain. At O'Malley's later.
There's an Irish bar up here.
Would it be heaven without one?
Is this heaven? We need to explain it all to him.
Okay, I don't get it. Rob, you look so young.
It's community theater. We're all 25 to 40. We come back in our prime. You look just like I remember, so I guess...
I was in my prime. I was in Spamalot. We opened Friday. Oh my God, I need to call the stage manager.
They'll figure it out. That's rough.
The show will go on. They'll recast it in honor of Tyler.
I was too young to die. I wasn't even 40.
Yeah, I was barely 50. It really sucks.
Is anyone else angry?
Headset stage right. We'll talk after the show. Believe me, you'll need a drink.
You know, I can't go out later. Ryan will want me home. Ryan! Is he here?
No.
How can this be heaven if my husband's not here?
I'm going to tell him.
Don't you dare. We need a stage manager.
No, Elizabeth, I have to. Tyler, you don't have to stay here.
I can go back to Ryan?
You can't change being dead. But you don't have to stay here. This actually isn't heaven. It's kind of like an in-between. Remember Dottie?
Yeah, from arsenic and old lace. Where is she? I mean, she died, right?
She moved on. Before you ask, I don't know what on is. Maybe it's a better place than this. Maybe it's paradise. James and Elizabeth will twist your arm to stay, but you can move on if you wanted to.
None of this makes any sense. Welcome to heaven. There's an Irish bar. Come be our stage manager? Wait, this isn't heaven. You don't have to stay. But no, you can't go home. I looked up to you all when I first joined the theater. Tell me what's going on.
I wish I could. Truth is, we don't know.
Hey, you've been here 4 years, and you don't know?
Time doesn't pass here like it does on Earth.
It only feels like yesterday I was home. Listen, how is Donna? Is she dating?
No.
Damn it. I want her to be as happy as she made me when I married her. Is she still doing shows?
Well, she just played Carlotta in Follies. Hey, can we see their shows? What they're doing on Earth?
Sometimes we hear echoes.
So, none of you have moved on?
I'm waiting for Donna.
Who are you waiting for, Elizabeth? I mean, you're not married.
The theater was always my first love.
How many interns does it take to turn on a light bulb?
We haven't figured out why he's here either.
He's got a captive audience for reminiscing. And I never met anyone who loved community theater more. Well, until I met you, Tyler.
They all look expectantly at Tyler.
What do you think? You want to stay and stage manage?
Ryan is going to suffer without me.
You can't go back. You have to adjust to the way things are now.
He surprises us sometimes.
I want to be with Ryan. You said it only feels like yesterday you saw Donna.
Time doesn't work in linear ways up here. I can't explain it. It's okay. I promise. It will be okay.
Is this what you wanted, Elizabeth? A damn good stage manager, but...
Wasn't my doing. He's right. It isn't fair. I'm so sorry, Tyler. If I had my way, you'd still be down there with Ryan.
He'll be okay. He has the theater family. And you're going to be okay too. Do the Tempest with us.
If you're going to go, and that's your right, it must be nice to be able to just let go, but before you go, take a peek at that set piece off stage, the wrecked ship.
Pulling the curtain back to peer off stage.
Wow!
I was going for traditional. In '63, when we did it, it was set in a motel.
Instead we have balloon paints. Totally relatable to 2017 audience.
It's 2022.
Really? Huh. No concept of time up here.
That's why you keep missing my time calls. Listen, I'm about to call places.
You were going to call places?
Do you want to?
But...
My offer still stands. You could be our stage manager.
But what if we're missing out on Paradise?
Tyler, what's paradise for you? For me, it's spending every day making theater with my friends. Why would I move on?
Well, how does it work here? Is it like summer stock, 3-week runs?
You got something better to do?
Well, you keep saying I have a choice. Did any of us ever when we found theater?
I have my stage manager.
You know, I did mean what I said about your death not being tragic. Oh, I was sad when you died. It's just, you were older and in pain.
It's okay, kiddo. It was a relief when I passed. I was so sick.
I don't know if you remember. You were so out of it by then. I visited you.
I remember, but it doesn't feel like Earth memories. When I think about being sick, I just remember how much all of you loved me. It was an honor to spend my life making art with all of you. That's enough, though. Feelings are for wussies and actors. We know better backstage. We got a show to put on, Tyler. See what you can do about Rob's prop, okay?
Rob? I mean, are you Prospero at your age?
I picked the best actor. It's Shakespeare. The words are what matters, not if the actors are old enough.
There's hot glue at the stage manager station, I presume? I got it.
Rob, before we do mic check, want to run through the monologue? I know it'll get us off schedule, but I want to prove something to Tyler.
Clear the stage.
All the characters begin moving about. Tyler instinctively reaches to carry out the ghost light.
Oh no, we leave that there. Even though it doesn't turn on.
It's not supposed to. Why need a ghost light? We're the ghosts.
If we take it off stage, we lose our connection with our theater in Jersey.
So you just pretend it's not there?
We've been so clever lately, incorporating the light into the staging. Even James remembers to put it in. Okay, Booth, you up there? Give us a signal.
The lights flicker. Rob is illuminated in the spotlight. James steps into it with him for a second. He takes charge as director easily.
We're going to do Act 4, Scene 3. We have our new stage manager here. Go easy on him. He's a good guy. Even better stage manager. You ready, Rob?
Our revels now are ended. These, our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve, and, like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep.
You know, I really missed seeing Rob perform on stage. I missed you all.
Cut the chatter, kids. Call places, Tyler. It's time.
Did I ever tell you about when we did the production of Hello, Dolly in
James, you know, save it for the bar. Save it for the bar, okay. Places.
Curtain. The time, 1942. The place, Washington, D.C., office of Norman H. Davis, the chairman of the American Red Cross. Davis is impeccably dressed, every inch the former international diplomat. He sits behind an imposing desk, flipping through a document of some sort. His phone rings.
Yes? No, that's all right. I am expecting him. Please send him in.
Dr. Charles R. Drew enters. Drew is also impeccably dressed. Despite his relative youth, he is already a distinguished clinician and medical scientist and an acclaimed pioneer in the rapidly expanding field of blood banking and storage.
Dr. Drew.
Mr. Davis?
Please, sit down. Can I offer you anything? Coffee, perhaps?
No, thank you.
Are you sure?
Positive.
I know it's not my business.
What?
You look tired. Your trip across town. How was it?
Excuse me?
Your drive from the medical school. I know this time of day the traffic can be especially...
Mr. Davis.
Yes.
I don't mean to be rude.
You're very busy.
Yes.
As am I, as I'm sure you realize.
Yes, I would imagine so.
This damn war. We're all being stretched to the limit, aren't we? Beyond the limit, actually. Roosevelt, me, you, everyone.
The war, Mr. Davis?
Inescapable, isn't it? For all of us.
It's the reason I'm here.
So I gather.
My memorandum, you've read it?
I have.
And?
Let's talk about blood, shall we?
What?
An odd-sounding request, I know. Especially from someone in my position. I mean, just look where we are. The Red Cross. A monument to American ingenuity, American generosity. And like it or not, I'm the person in charge, the grand poobah, so to speak, sitting like some potentate behind a dark mahogany desk, this desk. So let's be honest for a second. The man in the street, he might assume that I know everything there is to know about blood, wouldn't he? But in fact, you're the expert here, not me. Isn't that right?
If you're asking if it's my area of expertise, the answer is yes.
Oh, please, don't be so modest. You're not just an expert, you're the expert. And we both know it, too. I mean, when it comes to blood, the banking, the story, you just about wrote the book, didn't you?
We're talking about science, Mr. Davis. A collective effort. In science, it's the team that matters, not the individual.
Except when we needed a leader. Someone to tell us how best to collect blood, store it, especially when the troops so desperately need it. It's you we chose to head the division, wasn't it? Not just some generic member of the team. I mean, that's true, isn't it? Isn't that clearly the situation here?
Your initial question, can you repeat it?
I'll do even better than that. I'll refine it. Look, the point is this. We're all different, aren't we? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that any one person is better than another. I'm simply stating that differences exist. And we dishonor science if we don't candidly acknowledge these differences. Am I making sense?
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Davis, your question had to do with blood. So maybe we can get back to it.
What I'm trying to say is the revised policy, the provisions, the restrictions. I know you don't agree with them.
You're right, I don't.
But fine, but at least acknowledge the process.
Process?
Yes, Dr.
What process?
Dr. Drew, please allow me to continue. I want to assure you here and now that each and every provision of the policy was exhaustively discussed. There was input from multiple sources.
Not for me, there wasn't.
And for that, I apologize. But please consider this. Time was of the essence.
Maybe time was, but obviously not accuracy.
I'm not following. What was inaccurate?
Oh, good God, where to begin? Let's start with the science of blood, shall we? The revised policy. The policy you just put in place. The policy will affect many, many thousands, no tens of thousands of brave souls in the U.S. military who may require blood at some point. That policy boldly proclaims the following: that the blood from the races will not be mixed, that white blood will not be transfused to Negroes, and colored blood will not be transfused to whites. Am I stating that correctly, or am I wrong?
You know, you're not wrong. Our revised policy. That's exactly what it stipulates. And you know who signed off on that policy? The highest ranking physicians in both the Army and the Navy.
Really? Well, I don't care if the president himself signed off on it. The policy is nonsense.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes it is, and you know why.
Go ahead, I'm listening. Speak your piece.
Because blood is blood. There are no racial correlates. As long as the blood types match, race does not matter.
See, now you're just being naive.
Naive how?
Race does matter.
Not when it comes to blood.
No, blood or no blood, race always matters.
Do you even hear yourself? Do you realize how unscientific you are?
Dr. Drew.
How illogical.
Let me
how
remind
flat
you.
out stupid.
You know what your problem is.
I didn't know I had a problem.
You think your science, the science of blood, is the only science there is.
I don't know what you're talking about. Science is science.
Only to you, not to the rest of us. To you, it's only about the science of blood. But I need to consider the larger picture here, especially given the circumstances.
What circumstances?
The war, the country, the times we're living in. And that entails more than just the science of blood. That also entails the science of psychology.
What?
You heard me. The science of psychology. Just think about it. All those fathers and mothers in the kitchens of America, their sons going off to war, maimed in battle, needing blood. Do you really think those people, the people in the kitchens of America, do you really think those people want their sons to receive the blood of someone who isn't white?
You're insane.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. You're a lunatic.
And you're being insubordinate.
Then fire me.
Let's both take a step back, shall we? So we can consider the many ramifications here.
Like what?
Like enlistment, troop numbers. At the moment, everyone's gung-ho to serve, right?
I don't see the connection.
You don't?
No. So why don't you explain it to me?
Fine, I will. Just listen carefully, that's all I ask. If the boys of America, the white boys, get wind of the fact that colored blood is in the system.
What?
That there may be recipients of colored blood if, God forbid, they are injured.
Please stop. I don't want to hear any more of this.
What? You don't think there'd be an uproar?
You know what? We might as well terminate this conversation. And when I say terminate, I mean immediately.
Why?
Why? Because I'm talking science. I'm talking facts. And all you can do is focus on fear, paranoia.
Really? What about morale, discipline on the battlefield? You really think officers will be able to control their troops when we can't even guarantee the very purity of our blood supply?
What did you just say?
Look, I understand that you see things differently, and we're all entitled to our opinion, but my job is different from yours. Your job is to deal with the science behind the scenes. My job is to deal with everything aside from that. The politicians, the public, the rest of America.
The rest of America.
Exactly.
And you think the rest of America is worried about the racial purity of our blood supply?
Why? Don't you?
Just listen to yourself. Do you know who you sound like right now?
No, but I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Adolf Hitler. That's exactly who you sound like.
No, I...
Adolf Hitler.
No, I don't.
Sure you do. You just don't want to admit it. I mean, if we and the Nazis believe the same idiocy, why is there any need to fight them?
Are you calling me a Nazi?
No. I'm calling you exactly what you are. The head of the American Red Cross, and a man who's obsessed with the racial purity of his blood supply, who feels the need to guard it from people like me. In short, a man not fit for his job, a man who won't let facts get in the way of his ignorance.
I'll say this. You're certainly right about one thing.
Really? What's that?
This conversation, it's now officially over.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Let me be blunt, Dr. Drew. You need to think hard, very hard, about your attitude.
My attitude?
Yes, your attitude. And just be glad I'm not firing you, at least not today.
Believe me, getting fired by you is not something I'm worried about.
Why? Because you have connections?
Connections? Me? You must have me confused with someone else. Maybe one of those weak-kneed politician friends of yours. But as God is my witness, even without connections, I'm not worried about you firing me. Not for a second.
Dr. Drew removes a sheet of paper from his jacket pocket and hands it to Davis.
What's this?
My letter of resignation. I won't give you the satisfaction of firing me. You don't deserve it. I quit.
Curtain.
Thank you, everyone, to our directors and our cast and our audience. You have been a marvelous, marvelous crew this evening. I'm very, very grateful. I think what I would love to do is actually just start by saying, are there any questions from the audience? Do you have any questions for the directors, for the cast? Is there anything that occurs to you right away? If not, I have a secret plan. Oh, please.
Because I hate pregnant pauses. I just wanted to observe that in such a small scene, you can generate so much emotion. And I think that's what's really interesting about these short plays. And usually you have, in a 2-hour play, things unfold as you go along, and it takes a long time. But these are very condensed, and it was just really amazing to me to see how much can get packed in such a small package.
I think more of us have experience with what we call flash fiction, right? Incredibly short stories, the sorts of things that show up in newspapers or in magazines than we do with kind of short plays. But yeah, it's pretty dramatic. Those of you who were acting, what's your experience of the arc of generating that kind of emotion in such a short space? Is it about the relationship? Is it about the words? Is it about what you bring to it? What do you find makes that possible?
Well, first of all, it just carries me away. I'm just in this soup, and it all comes together, all of those things.
Okay. Before I continue, can you all hear well enough what's being said up here? Okay, great. Okay, I think you...
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think for the organizers of this is the second year, and I got to see it last year too. I think it really honors the playwrights, which I really like. The actors are wonderful, the directors are wonderful, but this is clearly about the words and the playwrights, and you chose so nicely. I mean, that's really, as an actor this year, we kept saying, like, what nice writing it is. Like, it's really a pleasure. So, yeah, good job on selecting.
Excellent. Patrice, please.
I think of these as little gems, and we had a real comedy mixed in there. I got to see them all first, so I picked that role for me. And you need some of that, the lighter stuff. But there are a couple, and there are more tomorrow night, where there's a turn, and people are laughing. They were laughing at Sugar because, it's two people and they're outside the door and you're looking at that interaction. And then it's like, whoa. And I mean, it's like a short story too when you do that. When you can bring people on an emotional journey that quickly and really get them to wake up and say, I wasn't expecting that, or that moved me, or that was, tragic or whatever. It's so powerful.
Yeah. I saw a hand back. Yes, please.
Just thinking
And then that second part really had insight, and it was crafted well, it was all there, step by step, consistent, and then someone understood what it's like to care for someone with dementia, and has observed someone with it, and it just was, it really, you pay attention to the script, it does it for you.
Joe, please.
One thing I thought was interesting, and I agree, the actors are great and the writing is outstanding. I think it's interesting that the directorial choices y'all have to make, because when I look through here, I see 4 different directors having to deal with these short scripts. You're pulling out the emotion, you're telling the story, but tone really matters. And so, for example, Sugar, I thought the tone was so great there, because you don't really feel what's happening until you feel what's happening. So I think those choices the directors had to make were really interesting. And it's not like, you know, Patricia, you had 5 of course, but everybody's in it. And it's just very different, so I think you must have to recalibrate your brains to do that, is that right?
Yeah, the actors, I think, and the directors too, because each one is its own world, its own microcosm of usually 2 people interacting, sometimes as many as 4, and they create a whole universe right there on those pages.
Other thoughts or questions? Yes.
I thought that you did a wonderful job in organizing the 5 plays, 5 very disparate plays, 5 very different, wonderful little journeys that we went on, and trying to place them the way, you know, how do you present these 5 plays in what order? And I have to commend, I think it was wonderful. I don't think there's a necessarily right way or per se, but oh my goodness, it's wonderful. I get to go home with 5 different, you know, 5 different things, but they're all very powerful in their own. I mean, even the comedy was powerful because it still spoke to the, you know, the relationships between friends, relationships between siblings, and how toxic it could be. You know, I mean, that's an underlying thing there. You know, as a youngest brother, I can. But the, you know, I thought that especially the first half, the 3 plays there, I thought they were beautifully placed. That's all, you know. And not that we need the laugh at the end. I just thought it was a nice progression, because that first one just was a gut punch. It was just a gut punch. And then the second one was less of it was more of maybe a visceral sort of feeling. The first one was just this, it hit you right in the heart. And then the second one was, wow, this is dangerous, and this, you know, this woman is really putting herself out. They both are. And then you see that, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed the flow of the whole evening. It was delightful.
Great, thank you. Other thoughts or questions?
I just want to commend
No,
the
please.
person who wrote the line, "We're all 25 to 40. That to me is, I will never forget.
Well, he is 25 to 40.
Okay.
So.
Well, Patrice, we all are.
Also, Glenn is a community theater intern as well.
I think I saw another hand over here. Yes, please.
So for me, I'm still kind of new to this, and I was actually dealing with an actual person and a real part of history. So trying to put myself in that place where I'm thinking about a time where obviously things were different, and feeling like I wanted to do him justice. Like, you know, this is a man of intelligence, this is a man of integrity. He's not going to just be yelling and screaming, but he's still upset about some things and stuff like that. So when you're trying to think about these things, I mean, going back and forth, I really started to feel, I can't even call him a character, he's an actual person. So it actually made me sad at one point when I was going over the lines and things like that, and just thinking about how brilliant mind left a field that he loved and stuff like that, because you know, there's one line where he says, you know, for people like me, you know. So I felt that a lot, and I thought the writing was amazing, the back and forth was amazing, and excited about it, and so thank you.
Thank you.
Partners, so it's a great experience, and being able to sit here and listen to all the other stories, and see how the actors just like bring these words on paper alive into characters and different people. That it still amazes me. So you all are fantastic, and so I'm part of it, but I'm also a spectator, so it's great.
There's something remarkable about a tiny little play festival like this getting such remarkable work from around the world and encouraging such remarkable performance from you volunteers, right? People who are like in it for 2 nights. It's pretty amazing. Yes, Susan.
So I'm curious, how did you advertise this to get not enough? That's the short answer. Where do you get the actors?
For the submissions, 250 all around the world.
Yeah.
And how did you go about it?
On Facebook, there are, I just went and looked, and there's the playwrights group and the official playwrights group of Facebook. And last year when we listed these, we were going to have them pay a small fee, and there was rebellion. They said, we won't submit anything if you charge a fee. So we have to make all our money from you guys to repay the kitty. But there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people there that are writing these short plays, and some of them get performed, all over the world. Some of the people who are in this year's festival know each other by reputation, if not personally. So it's a whole world, a microcosm of the writers group, the playwrights group, and the small playwrights group. They're not small people. They're
I think I saw another hand.
I was just going to
yes.
Add that I think the ones you selected for this night were just so resonant with all of us. And no matter what the time frame was, it's like real life today. So I thought that was a really well done, that they all had meetings. It wasn't just like some kind of historical thing. It still has meaning today. So well done.
When Patrice told me about the plays, kind of short synopses of each thing, she was like, I don't want to ruin them for you. I don't want to give you too much information so that you can't enjoy it either.
And in the end, they all die.
But she said, here's kind of the little snippet about each one. And when you finished, I said, oh, I hear memory and violence and love and connection across all of these. I hear trying to do the right thing. And surprise and humor in all of these things from both nights. And how delightful to have actually seen that come into being this evening. To have seen all of those things that I pulled just from the little synopses you gave me turn out to be real in remarkable ways. Yeah. Yes, Susan.
So I think you ought to call the grand prize the Uni.
Universalist.
If we can grow and make the Uni a good independent theater award, I would be all for it. I want to make sure, was there anybody over here who had anything? Because I know I saw another hand, but I don't want to miss you. Okay, Gretchen.
I just wanted to say that thank you, Marcus, for your beautiful portrayal of that character, because as we were talking about it, when I first read that, I was just so overcome with the fact that it is still so relevant, and we are hearing some of that language today from some leaders, and so that's, you take it back, good theater brings whatever's happening in society to life, right? Unfortunately, we needed to showcase that as well.
So vote.
Yes, that too, absolutely. But I think that's one of the truths of why theater matters, right? Like how it can actually change people's minds, experiences, bring to them things that they would not otherwise know about or see. The story of him, that's not something I think most of us know. And to have a short play that says there was this remarkable black man who knew better than anyone else, and he left the role devastated are our collective lives, because that's what happened. And I would not have known that other than for this play this evening and for your performance. So thank you.
I wanted to comfort people by saying that that doctor did in fact go to Howard University Medical School and trained about, at the time, half of the black surgeons in the whole country. Yeah. So he was not lost to doing wonderful work.
Excellent.
And I just noticed tonight that we started in 1944 or 46, World War II, and we ended in 1942 at the beginning of World War II. We didn't plan that.
Yeah.
That's just the way it happens.
Work of genius.
All right, we're coming up to about 9:30. I think I saw one more.
Yeah, just a quick aside. 50 years ago, MASH tried to address the same topic.
Yeah.
When they gave a very racist Southern soldier, supposedly, he was very worried about getting African American blood, and they made him up. And I think at the end of the show, they did have a little blurb
Okay.
about the doctor.
Excellent.
And that was 50 years ago, and we still need to hear it.
Still need to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Patrice and everybody who brought it around with me, because there in fact is nothing like live theater. I mean, the energy is created by the actors, by the director's work, by the audience, because we're also a part of all of this.
Absolutely.
You know, we love live theater. We started to taste something last Friday night, and theater works on Wednesday nights. It's 3 times the rest of the week. And the energy is always part of it. So if we don't bring the energy, you don't bring the energy. It's not the same. You're not looking at a screen. You're not looking at your TV. You're not online. You're not in the cinema. There's nothing quite like this. So I really think it's important that this always be here.
That's exactly right. You know, there's a kind of intimacy that is generated between actors and audience that cannot happen if you don't have that immediate moment with one another, if you don't have the ability to see how people are reacting to you. That whole thing is lost. Like, television can be remarkable, cinema can be amazing. It does not carry that same resonance, that same way of moving us. And so I'm very, very grateful that we are bringing it back to our congregation, and I look forward to us continuing that. Yeah.
So tell your friends to come tomorrow. And if you can, come back, because there's 4 new plays, and believe me, they're wonderful too. It ends with Brave Blood, but you'll get to see it twice.
Very good. Thank you so much for your conversation.